So what do you want on your tombstone?
Napkins? Not those cars.
These cars.
Or meet a bunch.
Choose drugs, you get to go nowhere and maybe get colored at light show.
Only on YouTube.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's been a minute since I've made something Miata related. If you guys haven't been following the news, or you guys don't get the same news as me, which is very possible, last week, and I made a community post about this, but last week we had, or I guess 2 weeks ago, last week, it's hard to remember, the days have just been all jumbled up, but we had a historic winter storm come through Texas, and leading up to that week, the weather was terrible. So there's obviously no video that weekend. I made those couple videos in the GTI, which is outside right now, but you can check those out for a little snow day GTI video if you're interested. But even today, the weather has just been terrible. We have not had Miata weather, and my car's not a daily anymore, so I don't drive it in the rain. I don't drive it in the snow. Sunny, dry days, or cloudy, dry days, I guess, is when I take it out. And I had plans to do like an EcuTech overview, kind of a how to set it up and how to log and everything like that, because a lot of people are curious about it, and those previous videos I made weren't really accurate, or they didn't really show me doing it since I was trying to learn as well. And I did a log, and I would have had a tune available, but I did it through the Bluetooth, which isn't the same as doing it through the computer. Everything has just kind of been going wrong, weather-wise and situational-wise. It just isn't very good. So I took the opportunity on this rainy day to finally make the 2021 goals and plans for the NC Miata. And if you haven't been following, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure you do that so you don't miss videos on this thing. But just to get you up to speed really quick, 2011 NC2 Miata, 2.5 swapped engine with cams, header, exhaust intake, all that good stuff. We've got the TN coilovers, RX-8 front rear sway bars, we've got the little brake upgrade kit. Not much done to the interior besides the Corbeau seat with Corbeau seat rails that are modified to get the seat where I wanted it to. RPF1 wheels, rally backer fender flares. I mean, this car is done up to be a reliable little street car, and part of the plans for that this year is to really try to experience the car more. So I'll try to make this video as quick as possible, but the plans aren't huge because the stuff that I'm going after is a little bit more expensive than usual. I wrote these goals out towards the beginning of January, and I just haven't gotten around to making a video of it. So some of the things on this list we've already done, which is really exciting. And the first thing that I put on the list was to get the IO Motorsport X brace with the lower centering brace as well. We already did both of those things. That is good to start on a high note as far as the goals go. I'm also gonna be looking for other chassis related things. I might swap out the front strut bar, even though it doesn't do much. I'd like it to kind of match the aftermarket feel of all the other chassis bracing, like the Auto EXE rear brace, the PPF diff mount, stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for more chassis bracing just because it's good to do, and they're usually pretty inexpensive to get. So goal 1 is already on its way to completion. Next up, we have our interior, which is pretty basic, not too much going on. Cypher steering wheel, doubled-in head unit, Moss Miata floor mats. But the newest thing I added most recently was the Corbeau Forza seat with the seat rails. I had to modify things a little bit. I didn't make a video on this because I was just a lot of testing and cutting and things like that, but the seat for me, after driving it for a while, it just wasn't as comfortable as I wanted it to be. With these seats, I love it, but everyone's different. Everyone's height is different, leg length, things like that. And what I ended up doing was taking off the sliders, keeping the seat mounting bracket, and what I did was used some square tubing and some flat stock to move the seat forward and tilt it backwards. And now I've got it really where I want it to, super comfortable. And I did do one little modification to the clutch pedal. You probably can't tell, but what I did was I cut the rubber off of the RX-8 clutch pedal cover and basically epoxied it onto my old rubber pedal cover. And that extended it a little bit, just enough for me to be more comfortable with the clutch throw and everything. And then I also put a couple washers on the bottom half of the bracket on the gas pedal to get it a little bit closer, which has helped as well. So I'm pretty happy with the way that the clutch pedal and gas pedal and brake and everything are situated. And it just makes sitting in the seat all that much comfortable. So this goal was completed. I do want to get the other seat for the other side. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same modifications that I did on this part. So I'll be able to make a video when I get the other seat, because I want the seats to match and everything. And the passenger seat, as long as it's as far back as it can go, people will be comfortable in it. So really nice upgrade. I'm super happy about this. Just got to get the other side. The seat has been one of my goals that I put on the list like every single year, and I just haven't done it yet. So when 2021 rolled around, I was like, I'm doing the seat first, and that's what we got. So one of the big things that I've noticed with the 2.5, you get that extra amount of torque. And the issue is not with the tires so much that I have, although I do need to get new tires, that's coming up in a minute, but the differential is the OEM open differential. And when I'm going through a turn and I downshift, I don't even have to be going that fast or driving that hard, but one of the wheels will lose grip because all that torque goes to the one wheel because it's an open diff, and the car wiggles a little bit in the rear. I think I need to change the diff. It's a long time coming. I need to get it done. I've got the PPF diff brace in the rear already, but the plan is to find an OEM LSD, throw it in the car, and then while we have it out, I'm gonna go ahead and take the diff housing and put the poly brackets in it just to make everything even more rigid. So next up on our list, we are going to hopefully be addressing the wheels and suspension for this year. So right now we're on 17x9 fronts, 17x9.5 rears, with 2 different sets of tires that are like kind of crummy all seasons, and we need to address that. If I've spent so much time on the car by now, it's just one of those things that you want to do to upgrade it to have everything kind of be on a level playing field. I know we've made painting wheel videos in the past, but I'm not going to do it this time. What I want to do is take these tires off, take the wheels off, and get them put like in a chemical bath, get them stripped down bare, and get them powder coated a new color that's going to last a long time. And I think I might go back to silver. I don't know, that's a video for the future, but these wheels are great. I love them. I've always liked the RPF ones, but they're in need of a little love. Get them refinished, make them look brand new, new tires, and then we can really enjoy all the power and fun that this car has to offer. And while I have all the wheels off doing that, because that's going to take a little bit of time, my other plan is to take all the suspension arms out and things like that, get myself a little press and press out all the bushings. I mean, there's like 115,000 miles on these bushings now, so they're pretty beat, they're ready to be changed. I want to swap them all out. I want to swap in the poly bushings for all 4 corners of the car, keep things really stiff, and just get a little bit better feeling of what the suspension's doing, because I still have the TN coilovers and I do like them. I have really no complaints about them. I know I could upgrade those, but for now, while they're good, not gonna worry about it. Keep them the same and just upgrade around the coilovers themselves. Last thing on the interior that I want to do is put in a hard dog double diagonal roll bar and basically take all the plastics out of the trunk. People will say do a hard top. I am gonna get the hard dog roll bar that is ready for a hard top, just in case. I do actually have hard top brackets that I didn't tell you guys about, but I would really like to get a hard top eventually. But first things first, like I said, the hard dog roll bar. I got a buddy, Logan, he's got one, and I know a lot of people have them. They're a really popular choice. So that's what we're gonna go with. So you might think that with this channel being mainly modifications and install videos, that doesn't sound like a ton of videos. The thing is that eventually this car is going to be in a spot where I don't need to do as much work to it anymore. It's getting very close to that. And the way my channel's been has always been install videos, and that's what I like doing. That's kind of my thing. I enjoy it. But this year, 2021, I'm trying to take the steps to get back out into the world as much as we can. I want to go to more meets. I want to go to more cruises, more events, more autocross, track days, all these things that I haven't been able to experience with the car yet. because I've been too afraid to go to it with the bashed up bumper or the weird wheels that I had before I got the RPF ones, that the fitment was weird. There's a lot of excuses I've made for this car on why I didn't attend things, and I think I'm just gonna do it. I just need to get out there and do it, go to more events. I got both my COVID shots, so I'm like pretty safe in that aspect. But as things start to pick up for the new year, I just wanna go to more things. I really wanna go to car meets. I haven't been to one in forever, and I wanna go hang out, see other owners, and just enjoy the car. One of the other big things that I'm gonna be doing is, you've noticed, and I think we talked about it in the past very quickly, but a lot of the modifications I've done to the NC Miata have kind of matched the GTI's modifications with all the stiffening, things like that. And I really wanna do this year, I wanna do the Miata versus GTI series, backroads testing, autocross, 0 to 60, things like that, because I think it'd be really fun to compare the two cars. They're totally different class cars, used for totally different things, but I'm just curious to see how the two enthusiast cars match up in similar challenges. I try to do more like driving vlogs, driving impressions, like modification reviews to things that I've done and lived with for a while, just so I can have more content for you guys and do something a little different. That's just the plan for the year, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are excited too to see what we have coming up. Also, one huge thing that is happening this year, not so much car-wise, but life-wise, is get used to this garage, because you probably won't be seeing it by the end of the year. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys are excited about the plans and goals we have for the Miata. I think it's gonna turn out really well. And you'll probably see other modifications come, because I'm always keeping my eye out for interesting things to put on the car. So even if we do something that isn't on the list, doesn't mean it isn't part of the overall goals, because sometimes things just come up and I'm like, hey, I need that, that's interesting, and I pick it up. If you're curious, I will be coming out with a goals for the GTI video, which is a little bit more extensive because there's a lot more work to do to that car. And like I said at the beginning, if you are new, be sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber on the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and I will see you in the next video.